Hi everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids. I hope you're having a good day. And if you're not having a good day, well, maybe today's video might change that around for you, because I found a new queen of Hydra clan boss. A champion I think most of us have been overlooking so far, and a champion which honestly I knew she was like OP. I actually rated her as my would be the #1 champion I'd pick on a new account, but I didn't realize she was this OP. It blew my mind. So yeah, we're diving in. This is footage from Brutal Clan Boss. I joined a new clan. By the way, when you join a new clan, there's like a 6 hours waiting period before you can do Hydra Clan Boss, in case you were wondering. But I only had like a couple of hours at the end, really, to get my teams off. So I was just trying to figure out what would be an easy team to throw in that could just get the bottom chest of Brutal, because we weren't killing Brutal. I needed my good teams to 1 key normal and hard. Well, 1 key hard, so we could get the double chests. But I threw this team together, and wait till you see what's going to happen here. So this is from some of my testing runs, right? Let's watch this. This is, okay, this clip here, this is what I call moments before disaster, all right? Right, it looks okay right now. Look, we're in full health. 1 champion has been eaten, so we're going to have to deal with a whole bunch of true fears because we don't have perfect veil on anyone right now. But look at this, Mr. Head of Wrath. This is Brutal Head of Wrath. Right now, he's building up. He's almost reached his point here of going and exploding, doing crazy damage at 15 stacks, and he has increased attack. This is called Moments from Disaster. Let's hit play. Let's that run through. And you're going to be watching this, and you're going to be saying, oof, nubkeks, you've done it now. You've done it now. You're screwed. Watch this. Bam. What bam? It's looking pretty bad. It's looking pretty bad. Bonk. Okay. I mean, look at this, guys. Look at this. You're saying, nubkeks, you've done it now. Look at the absolute terrible position you're in. But wait. Step 1 has come in. Channel the bloodline coming in from Demytha, who this video is all about, putting block damage and continuous heal on everyone. Look at this. Big smack from Head of Wrath. Triggers his thing. Guess what? Our low health people right there. Low health people, they survived. They did not go down. They did not go down. Block damage protected them, which is insanely good. Now, spoiler warning at this next part. Ugo is unfortunately going to die. So this run was ultimately a bust. Demytha gets turn meter stolen by this head, I think. And Ugo goes before her. I guess Ugo is going to go before her anyway. So Ugo is dead. Don't worry about that. Watch what happens to everyone else here. It's looking pretty bad, right? This is looking pretty bad. Watch this. Watch this. You guys see that? Did you guys see that heal? That's from Demytha coming in. Light of the Deep. Look how low these health bars are. Here we go. Look at that. Can you guys see this number? 55,000 healing on Husk. 49,000 healing on Tanix. A mere only 38,000 on our boy Tatura right here. Again, our team is going from looking like this. Shoomp. Full health across the board. Full health for everyone. Just like that. I think people have overlooked this ability of Demytha. I've certainly not heard people talking about it. The focus on her has been her A3 ability. Her A3 ability is super OP, guys. Her A3, I'm going to show her to you now. Her A3 is super OP. Channel the bloodline. Block damage on a 3-turn cooldown. This enables unkillable comps, all this sort of stuff. And I think because she's been in unkillable teams, we haven't really noticed how much healing she can do. Light of the Deep. Read the skill here, guys. Look at this. Heals all allies by 2.5% of their max HP. Heals by a further 2.5% max HP for each turn added to or removed from the duration of buffs or debuffs by this skill. On paper, initial thoughts. What do you think when you see that? You think, sounds kind of crap, doesn't it? Sounds crap. Oh no. Oh no, this thing is monstrously good. And to put it again in context, here are the healing numbers. This is from my easy full auto Hydra team. Okay, so this is from like a big old run here on just normal difficulty, to be fair. But we can see the healing. All right, we've got Ugo in here. Ugo is a good healer, right? Ugo's a solid healer, does a decent amount. Tanix doing a decent amount too. Then we can see Rector Drath, right? A champion who pumps out tons of healing with her her continuous heals, perfect veils, her passive healing everyone. tons of healing. Look at this. She's doing 4 million for about, 1.6, 1.3. She's doing about 2.5 times as much healing as Ugo, about 3 times as much healing as Tanix. Rector Drath, known to be one of the best healers in the game. How much does Demytha do? Let's skip on here to the end of my actual run where we eventually get run over. Where's the stat page? Oh, there it is. Oh, shit. Ugo, 300k. Tanix, 280k. Demytha, 1.6 million healing, guys. 1.6 million. And not only is this insane healing, but consider this as well, that's not incorporating block damage. That's just the healing that she does. That's just the healing. It's not incorporating block damage. So basically, you could take all this damage they've taken, divide it by 2, multiply it divide it by 2, and there you go, right? Because basically, they're only taking damage for 2 out of every 3 turns. So whatever, we could add up all this damage taken, and that's like probably at least another 500,000, I would say, of damage that she's blocked. The amount of healing and protection that Demytha puts out on your team, I feel like it's got to blow nearly every other champion out of the water. Like, who can keep up with this? Who can keep up? It's absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. So here we go. Let's, again, quick look at Demytha. I'm not going to do my full build on her full guide on her right now. As you can see, she's level 51 right there. She's level 54 now for me. I haven't quite finished building her, but let me show you what I put together for now and tell you what you should be aiming for. So her A1, Fires of Old, shield buff for 2 turns, equal to 10% of her max HP on the ally with the lowest HP. Actually a pretty nice thing to keep you stable, to keep you going. Like if the Head of Decay does get heal reduction on one of your champions, she can put the shield on them, kind of keep them safe. It's pretty cool. Let's talk about her A3 first then. Channel the Bloodline, insane ability, block damage on allies for 1 turn, 15% continuous heal buff on all allies for 2 turns. That's a lot of healing. I mean, that's a 30% max HP heal over the course of those 2 turns, just like that. Block damage. Can absolutely block a whole ton of stuff coming in on you. You saw it right there. The Head of Wrath explodes. He does his massive hits. All of that stuff being blocked potentially because she's really good uptime on this. The one thing you got to watch out for is you do want to make sure to bring a good enough source of block buffs with your team on the enemy team. You can see with this team, we got the bottom chest of Brutal, 9 million damage. The only block buffs I have is Ugo. And Ugo is actually weak hitting 2 of these heads, so it's not super consistent, including Head of Mischief who can steal. We were able to get away with that. We were able to get away with it. It wasn't a huge deal. It's viable. It works. But yeah, so just be careful not to have this block damage stolen. If the continuous heal is stolen, it actually is sometimes fine, right? Like on this Brutal Hydra I was just running, I'm like, I want them to steal the heal. If they steal my heals and they start healing up, I'm happy because that means Head of Decay isn't going to appear. I'm recording this in rotation 2 right now, so it's good news. Light of the Deep then. Let's talk about this absolutely insane ability. 3-turn cooldown when booked. Number 1, increase the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. That by itself is already really good. That is really good, okay? Take your Perfect Veils from something like Tutorat. Extra turn on that, extra turn not worrying about fear, extra turn of the damage reduction of Perfect Veils, right? 15% damage reduction, I believe, from Perfect Veil. Increasing, whatever, more increased attack, increased speed, whatever good buffs you have, you now have them on for longer, including, it doesn't extend block damage, but including continuous heal. She makes this continuous heal, boom, suddenly do 50% more healing. And by the way, guys, who is the current fusion fragment event that we're going for? Well, it's, as my friend Fastidious said, check out my collab with Fastidious. It was a long video, but it's a whole ton of fun. Old Opardine, as he says, the French barbarian, who should be in the Skinwalkers, he's coming in. He's going to put out 2 continuous heal buffs, right? And then Demytha can extend these as well to get an extra, basically 30% max HP heal out of it. Then he's also giving you turn meter whenever continuous heal heals. So Demytha comes in, she puts out continuous heal, he puts out 2, Demytha takes her second turn, and she extends these 3 continuous heals an extra turn for 45% more max HP healing on everyone, and more turn meter. This could be an absolutely busted combo, guys. Busted. Back to Demytha, though, for today. Just, I mean, think of the combinations here. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Where is she? Here she is. We're working on her. We're working on her. But yeah, it does that. Decreases duration of all ally debuffs by 1 turn. Again, this on paper doesn't sound as good as it actually is. This is incredible. It's so good. I mean, another way to phrase it is for 95% of cases, removes all hard crowd control from your team. Stun, freeze, fears or true fears, petrification. All of these debuffs, generally speaking, 95% of the time are on for 1 turn, right? Very rare to get a 2-turn stun. Very rare, all that sort of stuff. So effectively, she just removes that from your team. That's incredible. And then again, against this Hydra, she's going to come in and she's going to take these poisons and just go, going to take a turn off all those poisons, take a turn off all of this. It's insanely good. Like we come in, for example, right here. If she does her move right now and decreases these debuffs, basically Ugo will go from having these buffs. If it goes down to 1 turn, Ugo takes her turn, and then these debuffs are gone. They're just gone like that. Like poisons are still going to do their thing at the start of the turn, but a lot of these poisons, a lot of these debuffs, she's going to just really mitigate what they're actually doing to your team. Incredible ability. And then you saw how insane this heal is. It's so much better than you thought. And then she also has defense in all battles aura. Guys, she's nuts. She is nuts. I think I've sort of said it all. In terms of how I build her with artifacts, I do have her in a couple of resilience and an immortal piece. So I don't have her built out for unkillable right now because I don't run a Demytha unkillable. Her gear's not fully rolled up. She's not fully leveled up. Right now, my stats with her are a bit higher than they were in that video. I didn't have as much gear rolled up. We had an artifact enhancement just gone. But about 60,000 HP, 3,000 defense. So I built her tanky and very fast. I built her to be quick. I want her fast. 246. I'd actually like to up this to more like 260, and I think she's going to be nuts at that point and could maybe go into super tanky clan boss demon lord teams as well. She's got some random crit rate. I have built her resistance up pretty high, and what I'm basically hoping to do, I'm hoping that it's just going to block some of those head of mischief steals and turn meter steals, that she should hopefully resist them somewhat frequently. And here's the thing, why not build her with resistance? Her number 1 stat that she needs is speed. You want her to have some tankiness. After that, she only attacks on her A1. The only ability she attacks with is her A1. It's a single target hit. So basically all the damage stats, attack, crit rate, crit damage, basically mostly useless, to be honest. They're mostly useless. You might want to up those for an unkillable clan boss team. For unkillable clan boss, I think she's more like up at 290 speed for that. It's like really intense. Someone that uses it could let us know. She doesn't need any accuracy either. So you might as well crank her resistance up, right? So she can start resisting these things. And yeah, for her masteries, I switched up her masteries. I'm thinking of something like this. I was trying her with War Master, and it honestly did almost nothing. Maybe we could run her with counterattack and get some stuff out of War Master, but apart from that, no. So I've run her down this way. We obviously want extended buffs for sure with her. Want to up her healing as well, more max HP, more heals of targets of low health, all that sort of stuff. She's not speed tuned, so I do have her with some turn meter when buffs expire. If you're running her in a speed tuned Demon Lord team, you could not take this, and you could take Shadow Heal instead, for example, make her super tanky. Then I've got her with a bit more resistance here. I gave her Solidarity, more ally resist for each buff placing them by this champion, so possibly an extra 10 resist. Useful for Hydra against Head of Mischief, I think. Gave her Cycle of Revenge and gave her Bulwark. Again, if you're doing a speed tuned team, you could basically ditch Rapid Response and you wouldn't be able to take Lore of Steel. That's fine. Leave those 2 out. Take Shadow Heal instead, and then take Delay Death alongside with Solidarity. Skip on Cycle of Revenge. Take Retribution and Deterrence. I'm missing still 1 mastery. I'm probably going to take Retribution. Maybe Selfless Defender. Maybe. We'll see. And then if you do take these, you have the option of going into Unshakable for more resist, or Bulwark to basically reduce damage allies take by 5%. I've been trying this, and I think I'm pretty happy with Bulwark. Seems to work pretty well. But yeah, like I said, I've only just begun experimenting with her. So this is not like a set in stone build. This is not a set in stone build. These are my thoughts for how I've been building her right now and what I think looks to be pretty good. Maybe a Guardian set could even work because she's super tanky. You can build her to be so tanky. Her base stats, she's not max level right now, but if I show her base stats at max level, it's nuts, right? She's 18, almost 19,000 base HP, almost 13,000 base defense, 102 base speed. She's got solid base stats, guys. But yeah, there you go. Demytha in Clan Boss. in Hydra. Again, I think the reason we have been overlooking her is because you go, oh, well, she's got, block damage. If block damage gets stolen, you're screwed. But you can actually build around it. And is it worth building around that? Is it worth, maybe sometimes Mischief does steal block damage. Is it worth it? I think quite possibly, yeah, it is. Just because of how much healing she does. And I think Mischief doesn't even show up next week, guys. I think in the next rotation, Mischief is on the back line. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Decay, unfortunately. Decay, Blight, Wrath, and Suffering. So basically, the Fear guy and the Buff Steal guy, they're the two that are going to be not in the starting lineup. In which case, Demytha is going to be insane with increasing buff duration as well, and no one's going to be stealing those buffs. So yeah, I wanted to put this video out here. I've got a ton of tough stuff happening in real life right now. I will, I'm trying to set up some videos in advance here. But yeah, I wanted to get this out early because there's probably a CVC coming in the next few days, I think. And if there is, Demytha is a champion you may want to consider bucking up straight away, especially for the next Hydra rotation. The other one I would consider for next Hydra, by the way, I'm going to throw this out right now. I'm putting all the tips in today's video. I don't even care. I want you guys to know this. The one I'm going to be bucking up, I've got Demytha booked already. I've been working on her for a little bit. The other one I consider is Mordecai. I think Mordecai could be very good. Remember, we're going up against the head of Blight, who can do poison clouds, but we're also fighting the head of Decay, who can cleanse debuffs. So I think he can put HP burn on through poison clouds. So it might be worth building up a Mordecai. I think it's worth. I've been working on him. I still got a bit to go. I got distracted because I pulled some good legendaries. Where is he? I've been working on this chap too. Here he is. My Prince Kymar. We're working on this guy. I'm working on him. He's up to 270 speed right now. His speed stuff isn't glyphed, so I'm hoping to squeeze out a bit more. I'll show you what is happening with my Kymar and stuff soon as well. You can see how my teams have changed with that. But guys, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. And I will see you next time for more. Bye-bye.